Welcome to our second session of SugarRush today. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to join us. I'm Ryan, a BDR here at Provident CRM, and today we have Trevor Rogerson, one of our sales professionals who will be leading a live demo on SugarMarket. Exciting stuff. So SugarMarket is Sugar CRM's all-in-one marketing automation platform. Whether you're running a standalone campaign or integrating it with SugarSell, it equips marketing teams with everything they need to deliver the right leads to sales at the perfect moment. So in today's demo, we'll explore the key features like landing pages, list segmentation, marketing emails, and automated nurture workflows. So it's a fantastic time to see SugarRush and SugarMarket. So let's get started. Trevor, if you'd like to take the stage.
Thanks very much, Ryan, and welcome everyone. Today's session we're going to do an introduction to SugarMarket. It's part of the Sugar suite, and I feel it's an element that we don't talk about too often. So whether you're brand new to Sugar or you're a customer that's been using their CRM for some time, I hope you can pick up some useful stuff from today's session. We're going to kick off. I promise I'll keep the slides to a minimum. We'll run through some slides just to give you a background on SugarMarket, and then we'll jump into the product. We'll open up to the floor for Q&A. For anybody here who's watching on recordings, I'm going to share my screen here, and you'll be able to see both myself and Ryan's name. So if you're watching a recording of this, if you've got questions, please connect with us on LinkedIn. We're always happy to answer questions, whether you're looking at this a couple of days down the line or a few months later. And as I said again, at the end, we'll open up to the floor for Q&A. Okay, so SugarMarket. This has been part of Sugar CRM since 2019. Sugar CRM itself was founded back in 2004, and over the course of the next 15 years, it established itself as a great CRM for people who wanted great customization options. Now, by 2019, they'd identified a gap in their offering when it came to marketing automation. For some of you who've been in the marketing world for some time, you may be familiar in the past with a system called Sales Fusion. And Sugar actually acquired Sales Fusion in 2019 and rebranded it as SugarMarket. Now, since the acquisition, they've worked hard on making sure it aligns well with SugarSell and SugarServe, so that CRM users now can tell a full customer journey from that first connection with marketing all the way through to how they engage with the sales and customer service team. Final slide I'll share is some of the brands that are currently using SugarMarket to connect with their millions of customers. So that's kind of the background on SugarMarket, where it comes in. Now we'll jump into the product. So 1 second here. And you should be seeing SugarMarket right now. Okay, so for those of you who are familiar with Sugar CRM, this is going to look extremely familiar. For those of you completely new to the system, I'll walk you through exactly what you're seeing here. First thing, when you log into SugarMarket, you'll see a dashboard. Now, these figures won't make any sense to you straight away, but they are labeled quite clearly on what they're offering. Essentially, this dashboard aggregates all your different marketing efforts and shows you what's successful, what's not, and how that's been trending over a set period of time. You can filter by week, month, or quarter. And everything that you're running through your marketing system here, whether it's your email campaigns, your landing pages, the forms that you've been sending out, people who've been visiting your website, you get visibility on how all of that's performing in here. And you'll see deliverability overview, web visits, forms completion. So really, this is like the hub of your business. If you're a marketer, every day you're logging in here, you're keeping yourself up to date on what's happening, what's going well, what's maybe not connecting with your audience. But there is deeper reporting in this, which will report on each individual marketing piece that you're sending out. Now, for those of you using Sugar CRM, this navigation bar on the left-hand side will be extremely familiar. What you'll see is clear labeling on what each of these tools offers to do. So in today's demo, we'll be focusing on emails, landing pages and forms, list building, nurture campaigns, and also some of the reporting in here. So to access each of these tools, you simply scroll down, hover over the appropriate one, and click in to view what it offers. So let's kick off with emails, as that tends to be where 90% of our conversations around SugarMarket begin. Within SugarMarket, you have the ability to create a library of email templates that you're going to use to promote your business. So you can create these, or you can use templates that are pre-made within the system. What I'm showing you on screen is an example of one I've done up, say, to promote the SugarRush event you're all on today. So on the left-hand side, you'll have all your email customization tools. You can set settings and styles for your email, insert blocks, whether it's going to be arranged by row or by column, and then add widgets. So this is just a standard one-off email that you're going to use to blast to any group within your database. And you can customize it with text, buttons, images, insert code, all that sort of stuff can be very easily added in here. And looking at this as well, Ryan, this might be somewhere where your expertise could fit in. Like given your role as a BDR, when you're looking at content on an email like this, like we put in here some stuff on Lunch and Learn, have you any advice you'd share with people on today's session about what makes for a good email when you're trying to reach new people?
Yeah, 100%. So when, as a role as a BDR here at Provident CRM, when I'm reaching out to a potential new prospect, I always find putting a bit of relevance or having the email relevant to the customer. As people in general, human nature like to talk about themselves a lot. It's just the way it is. If you were to try amplify the email so it reflects on what that company is doing, what they're seeing at the moment, what's in their space, if it's in manufacturing, if it's in logistics, put some fantastic images or maybe even a video of what's going on in their world. And yeah, I believe that relevance would really make a difference when you're sending out emails.
Okay, I was just going to ask, Trevor, I saw the button to add an image. How do you actually add a video in there?
Oh, so with video and images, you all manage it through over here on the left-hand side. So for images, you'd select an image box, drag and drop that in. And then you're going to select whatever image you want to upload from your own computer. So there is also the ability to have an asset library built out in here, which I'll show you a little later. But you'd simply select whatever image you want to upload, hit open, and you can import the image in there. Similarly, for a video, you can insert a piece here for code. And you could go to, say, YouTube and pull the code for a video and import it in here as well. So all very easy to do. The system makes it very easy to navigate. You'll simply paste the code for the video you want to import in here. And now you've got the video in the section here. And to kind of go back there to something Ryan said, like I would be in full agreement with that about personalizing emails and the value of that. So remind me of that in a little bit, Ryan. We'll come back to it. I'm going to run through a few things and then show you with this email builder how we can really tailor all the content you'll see to be more personal rather than just doing a generic email blast. And that'll hopefully tie in with some of the video stuff as well that you mentioned. Okay, so that's just the basic intro to the email builder. When you are looking at this section here, you'll see there are some reporting options too. So email by email, they're all listed by title. I can see how many were delivered, how many were opened, how many were clicked through. So on each individual campaign, you do get that sort of reporting as well. You're not just reliant on that homepage dashboard. Towards the end of the presentation, I will dig into some deeper advanced analytics that the system offers. But each individual email you put together, you're going to see who's opening it, who's clicking, what's getting engaged with, what messaging resonates with your audience versus, what messaging isn't getting any sort of engagement. Now, after the emails, we'll jump into the landing pages and forms builder. And again, when you click through here, like learning to navigate Sugar Markets at Breeze, it's the same layout, same structure as the email builder. Right now, I'm looking at the landing pages that I've currently pushed out. Exact same reporting I'm seeing, how many visits, how many of those were unique visitors, how many of those people that view the landing pages actually converted, which means they actually filled in some information and came into me. Exact same with your forms in here too. You have the ability to get that report and view all the forms that you built within the system as well. Now, let's go into an individual landing page just so you can see an example of one of the templates that we can build. Just give me 1 second here. And that's an example of one of the landing pages that we can push out. So this is asking for somebody's name, their email address. They can reference their preferred method of contact. You can ask them for feedback. So this is all been used within Sugar to gather more information that you want about these people. So fully customizable. On the left-hand side, just like the email builder, you're able to go in and further tweak this by adding sections, rows, columns, adding in walls of text, buttons, forms, images, video, code, horizontal lines, and spacers. So you can really add whatever you need into these landing pages. And as you push them out, as they go live through Sugar here, you're going to be able to get reporting on how they're performing. It's the exact same with the form builder as well. You'll have the reports on how they're performing, any information they're gathering filters into the CRM, and full customizations options, just like you saw on the landing page there. Now, as we gather information, the next question is, where does it all go? So if you're using Sugar Sell and Sugar or Sugar Serve, the information can all be forwarded onto the CRM. You can set rules and thresholds based on engagement on when you actually want to deliver it into your CRM database. But within Sugar Market, you're going to capture all that information and manage it through lists. So we've got distribution lists here, which are lists that I'm going to send specific emails to. You can see each list has got a title and an amount of contacts that are associated with it. As I click on a list, I can see any of the rules and people that I've set up to be part of that list. Now, something that's very useful here and something to bear in mind when it comes to, like Ryan spoke about, kind of how we segment audience and make our message more personal, is using the segmentation option in here. So within segments, we can create different groups in our database based on the types of audience we want to reach. So everybody has got their larger, wider audience of everybody in their CRM. But now to make your messaging and your connection rates more effective, you're going to want to segment them so that you're getting the right message to the right people and you're not just filling their inbox up with irrelevant information. So to do this, we can come back to our email section here. And I'll draw your eyes to both construction leads and the solar customers. So that's two segments that we've identified in this Sugar Market database. If I come into my email section and come into create an email, I'm able to put in what we call dynamic content. So dynamic content within Sugar allows us to deliver different pieces of information based on somebody's role and segment that they're in. Something useful in here, I'm just putting in some of the basic campaign information and the email subject line. When we're doing the from address, we're able to tag the contact owner by using that button there. That means that any email that's been sent from Sugar Market will go from the contact owner within Sugar Sell. If you don't want that, if you want it to be a generic marketing email address, you would just simply put that in here. And now I'm going to put in dynamic information for this. So for dynamic email content, you can choose your segments. So for my construction leads, again, I'm going to send it from the contact owner. And also I can add in solar as well. So once you set up those different rules, I've got both campaigns set up for both solar and construction. I'm giving my people the option to unsubscribe. Now we go into the email builder. Now for the email builder, the first thing we're going to do is select a theme. So I'm just going to run through this quickly just so you can actually see the dynamic portion of this. So this is a little different from the email I showed you myself building earlier. What I can do in this email builder is now we've got our basic elements, our advanced elements, but now we've got dynamic elements. Dynamic elements is where we can personalize the content based on the segment that's viewing this email. So if I was to add in dynamic text, you just type in your message in here. Just going to put out the autofill. And then you'll define what segment it's going to be for. So I'm going to use that for my construction leads. I'm going to put in a welcome for my construction people. I'm also going to put in a dynamic image. And from my dynamic image, I'm going to load up a construction-based image. So you can see now as you start to build out your library of content in here, you're making everything that people are viewing relevant. My construction people are seeing something relevant to their segment. It resonates with them. It makes sense why they're receiving it. The people who are opening up from the solar side of the business will get served with solar content. And you can drill this down. Like as you work throughout Sugar Market, you're going to be able to create emails, landing pages, forms. I'm using that dynamic content, making everything that you're sending relevant and getting the right message again to the right people at the right time. And I think that's kind of, Ryan, that kind of builds on what you were speaking earlier. It's trying to keep relevant when you're trying to get into somebody's inbox, trying to drive engagement, trying to get people to attend your events or open up an email or take a call from someone on your sales team. It's all about making your content relevant so that people are super engaged by the time your sales team are trying to reach out. Okay, so we've gone through some of the basics on the email builder, and we've covered the landing pages and forms. Now let's see how we can fully automate this using nurture campaigns. So nurture campaigns in here is really where you can be strategic in how you're going to build a customer journey. Now, I'll pull it up on screen so you'll get a visual on what I mean. And this can be a little bit intimidating at first if you're new to marketing automation. But what you're seeing on screen here is a customer journey we've designed for somebody in this example who registered to attend a webinar, or somebody that we want to drive to attend a webinar. On the left-hand side, we can see both our action and conditional elements. So action elements is where SugarMarket's going to perform an action to one of your customers or somebody that's in your contact list. And the conditional elements are under what condition it's going to take that action. Now, to learn how to use this, all these buttons can, like I said, be a bit intimidating at first, but as you hover over them, it gives you a very brief explanation of what it will do. So if I add in this action element, it's going to send an email. If I add in this orange button as the next step, it's going to pause the actions. It can do things like add people to a list, remove people from a list based on their interactions. It can update people in Sugar CRM. It can alert people on your team that somebody's performed an action. It can update in the CRM, create tasks in Sugar CRM, or create an opportunity in Sugar CRM. It can also go as wild as you see with this purple icon. It can jump somebody based on their interactions over to a different nurture campaign. So maybe there's been a lack of interaction with what you've been serving them with one journey. Maybe we tried them on another. And you can set rules for how this works based on if an email was delivered, was an email opened, was a link clicked. There's tons of options in what you can put in place here to help SugarMarket decide what fork you're going to take them on when they go down different roads. So this example here, there's an initial start, which would be maybe they fill in a landing page. After the landing page is filled out, they get delivered an email. If they click through this email, they get added to a list and the contact owner gets alerted. If they go down this strand, they didn't click on the email, we wait a few days, which you can change very easily how long you dictate how long that wait will be. And then we send them another email. Now, based on how they interact with that, we're either going to stop sending them emails or we're going to bring them over to a different nurture campaign, which can give them different content. So again, this is one of those things you're going to get in and play around with within SugarMarket. But you can get very creative in here in the sort of customer journey you can build using both segmentation, dynamic content, and these journey builders. I think it really will help your connection rates of getting to your wider audience. Okay, so now we've looked at all the different tools that we can use in here. And we've touched upon some of the basic reporting that comes with SugarMarket. There is also the ability over here to get some advanced analytics. So you could see the basic click-through open rates that were offered. Within this section as well over here, we've got advanced analytics, which drills a little deeper into overall campaigns. So at the top, it's breaking down my email performance. Then it's showing me landing page submissions. These landing pages will actually break down the conversion rate based on the different landing pages that we've run. We can see which ones were particularly successful, which ones drove the most submissions. And then it can actually break down where these people filled out those landing pages from. So Sugar here has gone, and this one is using the US. It's just the demo environment, but it's breaking down what areas delivered me the most contacts, what landing pages were successful in what different areas. And as we scroll further down on this, we start to see the pipeline performance in line with this marketing campaign. Have we attributed any revenue to it? By sales rep, the pipeline they were able to build off the back of this campaign. So you can really drill down into what's working and what's not working for you. Final thing we'll go back to then, which I think is important, especially for anybody using Sugar CRM. What we're in now for people not familiar with this is the Sugar CRM environment where you'll manage your leads, opportunities, contacts, and accounts. I just wanted to give you a visual on how SugarMarket actually connects in here. So I'm looking at this Luigi guy. He's a new lead in my database. Over at the right-hand side, SugarMarket connects to give me the history of what we've been sending them. So he submitted, I can see his form submissions. I can see we've sent an email. These can all be clicked through to view the content. And this is really where we go and start aligning both sales and marketing a little more by having this information appear within SugarCell. Because now a sales rep who's picking up the phone, they're not going in blind. They know the content that the marketing team have been serving this person, what's driven engagement. So in that first conversation, they can keep the talk around what is of interest to this person. It should drive better results across the organization, gives a smoother customer journey because now they're going from marketing to sales onto your customer service team through one environment. You're not trying to manage these relationships through 3 or 4 different pieces of tech. Through Sugar Market and Sugar CRM, you're giving them that one seamless customer journey. Now, final thing that I did want to mention for marketing people is down the bottom left-hand corner within Sugar Market, there is also the ability to build out an asset library. So this asset library allows you to be consistent in what your people are using when they're generating marketing pieces. You can have images so that, and I'm guilty of doing this myself here, I'll go to Google a company, download an image and use it with the marketing piece. And I know Letitia on our marketing team is shaking her head at this right now, but it's what we do. So having an asset library enables you to have all those marketing pieces, images, logos in one place so that you've got that brand consistency in everything you're sending across the organization. Okay, I think I've done enough talking for now. So I'll hand it back to you, Ryan. Do you want to see, is there any questions from the floor?
Yeah, sure thing. That was a great demo overview on Sugar Market there. We actually got a question is, can I save email templates for consistency when you were talking about your email templates and creating them? Is there a template option that you can save for consistency?
Yeah, you'll have a full email template library that you go in and further customize as well in the future and retitle. So that email library that I showed you, you can go in and update those templates as well.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff. Looking at the Q&As, we don't have any more questions coming in there at the moment, but if anybody does have any questions, feel free to drop them in the Q&A there, and Trevor will answer for them today. Another thing I thought of as well is when emails are going out, is there an unsubscribe option? I know there's a lot of regulations right now on a lot of people getting emails and the unsubscribe side of things with emails. With Sugar Market, is there an unsubscribe option when people receive emails?
Absolutely. So yeah, Sugar is very conscious of the need to give that requirement. So there, as a standard, you'll have a basic unsubscribe option within the CRM or within the email body. My apologies. But also there will be the option to set up one-click unsubscribe for your emails as well, which means without even going into the email, there's the ability to unsubscribe from your emails. And moving forward, if that person's information still resides in your CRM, they are automatically opted out of receiving any future emails too.
Great. And one last question before I wrap up for today. If you didn't have a marketing team or you had nobody there, a team to do it for you, how easy is it to set up Sugar Market if that dedicated team wasn't there to do the work?
It's really simple. If you're going from an environment using SugarCell or SugarServe, like just the navigation of it itself, like if I'm able to go in and use it pretty easily, anybody can do it. But the fact that they keep the layout so similar, it means you're not going and trying to learn a whole brand new system. Everything's clearly labeled, drag and drop functionality. So yeah, like with any new pieces of tech, each thing's got its own little idiosyncrasies that you have to get used to. But I think the adoption time on this, especially for somebody accustomed to Sugar CRM in any shape, will be minimal. And there's always people there to help you, whether it's using Sugar University or people at Provident to give you some advice on how best to use it.
Yeah, that sounds fantastic. Brilliant stuff. So yeah, thank you for everybody who joined us today. Next month for our SugarRush, we have Sarah. Did Katie have your hand up there?
No, sorry, I just pushed the wrong button. I meant to clap.
Okay.
Sorry.
Actually, we've got a hand up there. Iwana Pomka, you're on mute there. If you want to unmute yourself and ask your question, please. There we go.
Okay. I just have a question. When we set up mailing to our customers, is it possible that copy of email is sent, for example, to our support email, or it can't be done like this?
Sorry, could you repeat the question there?
If we set up mailing and it's sent to our customers listed in Sugar. And then we would like copy of the email to be sent to our support email, for example. I had situation like this recently that you would like to be CC on the campaign. Is it option like this or it's not possible?
So would it make sense in that scenario for you to have that person listed on the list that the campaign is going to? So anytime an email goes out from that campaign, they'd have visibility in what's going out. That might be
visibility.
Yeah, I would add them to the campaign list. So anybody who's receiving that email anybody who's on the list would receive the email. So when you push out the campaign, that person on your team who wants visibility on it would see that it's gone out. And then are you using Sugar right now, Ivana?
We're using Sugar Cell, yeah.
Okay. And then with that connection within Sugar Cell, they'd have visibility in there that the email was sent to that individual. So where I showed you that record for Luigi in there, like anything that's been triggered within Sugar Market should be visible on that contact or lead record within Sugar Cell.
Okay, thank you.
No worries. And if you do, I'll put my email address in the chat for you, Ivana. If you do want to just send me a direct email, if you have any more questions, I'm happy to jump on a call with you as well. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Anna. Thanks for that question. So yeah, thanks for joining everybody today. Next month's Sugar Rush, we do have Sarah as a guest speaker, head of sales here at Provident CRM, who will give her insights on Sugar CRM and how it works for her. But we'll send out a copy of the session today via email, so you have a link there to view it if you didn't get to view it, or to send it on to anybody else who would like to view it. And fantastic stuff, brilliant demo on Sugar Market there, Trevor. Fantastic stuff, and thank you all for joining today.